Okay, it's Sherry again, and I just make a quick little video here, a vlog, of course, what it's called, and it's a topic that's not important to a lot of people. School shootings. People will do everything they can to prevent them, such as mental health, which is a bullshit, obviously, and uh, and then apprehending the person, and then going through whether wearing black is a reason that could be. I just go ahead and just bypass all of that and just go right to the technology of how it happened and tracing it. And so what I'm looking at today has nothing to do with the fucking mental health. All right, it's actually following the Wi-Fi signal from where the point of origin, which I call the blue dot of death, which I think uh, a little bit it's a little dot on the map is actually what it is, and it moves just kind of in this one little area, and it's blue, and I have a feeling that it represents Bluetooth, which isn't typically on a map, but there's so much of it concentrated in one area that it's actually creating its own little place. That it's not stationary; it'll move kind of down this. It's in the sewer and the plumbing. Somebody flushed something down there, and probably it has to do with fishing. There's like a lot of fishing equipment um, that you can put down in the water to kind of measure whatever. So it sounds really hard, but it's not. It has nothing to do with kids wearing black to school or mental health, or it has to do with the fucking technology and how easy it is to find out if there's someone else, sort of pulling those strings like a puppet and causing that to happen, which I would say is probably a lot easier to just go ahead and, you know, get the actual, root cause and stop talking about the fucking black clothes and the gun control, which is a big deal. But until we just actually get the perpetrator, I would say let's focus on that blue dot of death, which will lead, as far as I can tell, exactly to the state in the vicinity of where the shooting occurred. So I know that sounds like a really revolutionary approach to actually get the actual cause of what happened, and just stop talking about the black clothes and all that. Because I don't, I know this is really hard to think of the internet as not being magic, but I've been hit with the with a Bluetooth bomb, and if you don't know what that is, just look it up because I'm not going to sit there and argue over what it is. So anyway, I'm going to just show you real quick what it looks like. The blue dot of death is what I call it, because it is definitely okay. Let me see if I can get that. Uh, Okay, there it is right there. That's where it is today. All right, that's not where it is before the Kentucky shooting. And when I say that, you're like, oh, well, the Kentucky shooting, and how could that relate to Wi-Fi or technology? Because that's Wi-Fi is invisible, and it's for Facebook or Twitter, and it doesn't have something to do with with anything uh, except someone it just doesn't. I mean, that's for the phone or the TV or watching, Dancing with the Stars. And you say, well, but I can't see it. I can't see Wi-Fi, so it's not real. It's a way for me to get on Facebook or Twitter. And so anyway, oops. And then today, uh, the blue dot of death is what I call it, of course. Today it's right there. And then, let's see here. Before the Kentucky shooting, it moves a little bit, but it's always on the exact same place. And you're like, Sherry, but what could that have to do with anything besides, getting on Facebook? Okay, I'm out. I'll get to this when I'm not so angry.